Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Tyrone back with Tech Life. And here we have an article, or not much, it's not an article. This is a direct post from T-Mobile.com/satellite. And we now have a registration for beta. So if you guys are interested, any of you, if you want to register, you just click this register now button. You put in your information. It's gonna ask for your phone number, name, and stuff. And then, if you're chosen or picked, then you will be able to test out the Starlink T-Mobile services. Now, I still want to highly temper expectations. T-Mobile is going to push this as the next big greatest thing to end dead zones. And I still want to caution you guys. I've made videos on this before. T-Mobile, I saw a map this morning that literally shows the entire country covered for T-Mobile, every inch of it. When we still have to, first, we have to test this beta, and we still have to see how this is going to work, how good it's going to perform. If it's anything like the satellite feature I tested that's directly through Apple, it works. I will say that. But you have to constantly turn this way, especially if you're on the go. If you're stationary, okay, it'll work. You have to be stationary. You text back a few times, back and forth. It's good. But if you're walking and you're on the go, it's pretty much useless. You have to constantly turn to face the direction of the satellite. It's just, if you're in a vehicle, forget it. It's not gonna do you any good. Like this service, I just don't know, unless this just drastically gets better, where you have very similar handoff and it works just like a regular cell site. I just don't know how anyone can charge for this. I would not pay a single dime if it continued to work like the satellite feature from Apple. I wouldn't. Like, you literally, the only time that you can use the service is if you're facing the direction of the satellite. If you're stationary, you send a quick text, hey, I'm okay. I'll be home in about 10 minutes when I'm done with my hike, exercise, whatever. And that's it. If you're going to continue walking, you're going to fall outside of the range of the satellite, and then you have to reposition yourself. It's just, in its current state, it's not worth any money, in my opinion. So a few things that we know now. We know we have the ability to register for the beta. If you're chosen, that'll be up to T-Mobile who they choose. And then we're still expecting a beta launch sometime next year. And who knows when we will actually get a commercial launch. It should still be sometime inside of 2025. But who knows how far along this service really is? Who knows, how good it will actually be? Sometimes you can put stuff, in your mind, your thoughts, and then when you actually put it to paper, or you actually try to do it, it doesn't come out the way that you thought it would. This could be a similar situation. And I know T-Mobile, Starlink, they've done testing in labs and everything, but once you bring it to the people, and you bring it a little bit to the masses, that's when you really see how effective this service is. And if T-Mobile is expecting this to fill in their coverage gap where they lack coverage, I think they're sadly mistaken. It's just not going to be a good replacement for terrestrial coverage. They're going to have to continue to build out sites. There are some areas where this is probably going to work, like in the national forests, or where you aren't allowed to build any cell sites at the state parks and stuff. This could work, especially once you get the calling going and everything else. But it has to be a smooth handoff. It almost has to work very similar to a cell site or a terrestrial network for this to be of any good, where you can actually upcharge or get people into the premium portion. If it works that way, right, even if you have a little bit of a performance gap, I think it would go over much better to the consumer. They might say, hey, I'll pay $5-10 for it as an add-on. But if it's anything like what I experienced with the satellite feature from Apple, I tested it a few weeks back. Oh, that wasn't good. I was walking, hiking. I lost service, went into SOS. I was like, okay, let me test the satellite feature from Apple. And I had to constantly turn. I had to walk backwards. It just wasn't what I thought it would be. But let me know your thoughts on this. Let me know if you want to register. I'll leave a link to this in the description. Like, share, subscribe if you're new. Follow my social media outlets. This is Tyrone with Tech Life. See y'all in the next one. Peace.